Assalamu alaikum and good morning, Internet. Hope you're doing well. Friends, today I'm bringing you to a place where history, faith, and legend have been layered for thousands of years. We are in the Chakwal district of Punjab, Pakistan, right in the heart of the famous Salt Range, a red belt of mountains that have seen caravans, conquerors, pilgrims, and ancient armies pass through for centuries. From the armies of Alexander the Great in 326 before Common Era to the march of Ghaznavid and Mughal forces, these hills have been silent witnesses to human history. Here, about 16 kilometers from Chausedin Shah, lies the sacred Katas Raj Temples complex, a cluster of ancient Hindu temples, havelis, and shrines surrounding a crystal blue pond. This complex covers roughly 260 canals, about 32 acres, and is considered one of the holiest sites for Hindus in the entire region. The name Katas comes from the Sanskrit Kataksha, meaning teardrop, and the legend says this pond was formed from the tears of Lord Shiva himself. As I stand here beside the pond, also called Amrit Kund, the first thing that strikes me is its calm, mirror-like surface. This pond is about 150 feet long and 90 feet wide, with a depth of up to 20 feet in some places. The water comes from natural springs in the hills, and for centuries pilgrims have bathed here before offering prayers. The legend says that when Shiv's beloved wife Sati died, he wept so deeply that his tears formed two ponds, one here at Katas and the other at Pushkar in India. For believers, this water purifies both body and soul. During archaeological surveys, scientists found that this pond has been here for at least 1,000 years, though its sacred association likely goes back over 2 millennia. Shri Shiv Temple of Katas Raj is the most prominent and ancient structure of this sacred complex, with foundations believed by historians to date back to the Rajput period between 8th to 10th century, while its current form was completed in the 10th or 11th century Common Era and later restored and expanded in different eras. According to Hindu tradition, this site became sacred when the tears of Lord Shiva, mourning the death of his wife Sati, created the holy pond below beside which the temple was constructed. Built in the Nagara style of North Indian temple structure, the masterpiece features a 60-foot high shikara, intricately curved stone pillars, and sturdy walls made from local red sandstone and lime mortar. The main sanctum measures about 20 by 20 feet, housing a Shiv lingam at its center, surrounded by a circumambulatory path for devotees to walk after worship. For centuries, the temple hosted annual pilgrimage, attracting thousands of devotees from India, Nepal, and across the region. Today, it is protected under Pakistan Antiquities Act and is listed on UNESCO Tentative World Heritage Sites, preserving over 1,000 years of worship and architectural heritage. Friends, the Ramchandra Temple at Katas Raj is a two-story structure built during the Hindu Shahi period and renovated in the Sikh era under Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Made of local sandstone and lime mortar, it stands on a high platform beside the sacred pond. The ground floor holds the main prayer area, a sanctum where the idol of Lord Ram once stood, a main hall for gatherings, and a small side chamber for rituals to Sita and Lakshman. The upper floor, reached by a staircase, was likely used for smaller shrines, ritual storage, or priest accommodation. Blending early North Indian style with Sikh influences, the temple was a major pilgrimage site until the late 19th century, hosting fairs that drew people from across the subcontinent. Even today, despite some damage, it remains a powerful reminder of over 1,000 years of worship and heritage at Katas Raj. Friends, this is the Hanuman temple, small in size but big in devotion. Dedicated to Hanuman, the loyal devotee of Lord Ram, it symbolizes courage and selfless service. Built with thick stone walls in the late Hindu Shai style, it has a single sanctum that once housed Hanuman's idol. Even though time has worn the carvings around its doorway, you can still see traces of sacred patterns. Inside the walls seems to carry every sound upward as it made to lift prayers to the heavens. In the past, pilgrims would come here after bathing in the sacred pond to seek Hanuman's blessings before continuing their spiritual journey. The Haveli of Hari Singh Nalwa at Katas Raj is a rare remnant of the Sikh era built in the early 19th century by the legendary Sikh general Hari Singh Nalwa, governor of Hazara and Kashmir under Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Positioned on higher ground overlooking the sacred pond, the Haveli was likely used as a residence and administrative post during visits to the area, symbolizing Sikh authority in the Salt Range. Constructed with brick and lime plaster, it once featured wooden balconies and arched doorways typical of Sikh architecture, though much of its ornamentation has faded with time. Despite its modest size, the Haveli's association with one of the most celebrated warriors of the Sikh empires make it an enduring historical landmark within the Katas Raj complex. This is the Ashokan Buddhist stupa behind me, a silent witness to the spread of Buddhism in the region over 2000 years ago. Historians believe it was commissioned during the reign of Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century before Common Era, when he embraced Buddhism and sent missionaries to share its message of peace and compassion. The stupa was built as a solid hemispherical mound of stone and earth crowned with a small structure that once held relics or sacred objects. From here, the Salt Range became a corridor for Buddhist monks traveling between Gandhara, Texla and further east. Its strategic location made it a spiritual beacon for pilgrims and traders alike. Even in its weathered state, the foundation tells of its original grandeur, built with precise symmetry and aligned to the cardinal directions. The stupa also speaks of a time when Katas Raj was not just a Hindu sacred site, but a melting pot of multiple faiths coexisting side by side. Seated here, you can almost imagine saffron-robed monks chanting, prayer flags fluttering in the wind, and travelers pausing to offer a moment of silence before continuing their journeys. Do visit, guys. Behind me is Satgada, a place where history and mystery meet. To get here, you climb the worn stone stairs that rise above the sacred pond, leading almost to the very peak of the Katas Raj complex. Some historians say this name once belonged to a cluster of 7 Hindu temples built between the 9th and 11th centuries during the Hindu Shahi period. But now only 4 remain. Their stones whispering stories from over 1,000 years ago. Locals, however, tell a different tale. They say Satgada is this later Sikh era stone and brick building once made up of 7 simple rooms where child pilgrims and wandering holy men found rest. Which story is true, no one can say for sure. But standing here with the wind carrying echoes from centuries past, you can feel that Satgada has always been more than just walls, but it's been a home for faith, travelers and timeless legends. Friends, just a short walk from the main temple complex lie the Pandava caves, deeply rooted in both Hindu epic tradition and ancient history. According to legend, these caves provided shelter to the five Pandava brothers, Yudhishthira, Bhim, Arjun, Nikul, and Sahadev during their exile told in the Mahabharata. It is said they stayed here for a time bathing in the sacred pond and performing prayers at Katas Raj before moving further into the hills. The caves are small, naturally into the hillside with dark interiors that seems to breathe ancient air. Some scholars, however, suggest that these caves may predate the Pandavas entirely, possibly being meditation retreats for Buddhist monks during the Mauryan period, which would explain their simple functional interiors. This dual heritage, legendary and historical, makes them unique. While the Pandavas are believed to have eventually returned to their kingdom and met their ends far away from here, their connection to Katas Raj lives on in the stories told by pilgrims and elders. Standing inside these caves today, you feel a bridge between myth and history, where epic warriors and humble monks both sought refuge and meaning in the same place. Friends, as the sun sets behind the salt range, the light turns golden over the pond and temples reflect softly in the water. Katas Raj is more than just stone and stories. It's a living testament to the shared heritage of South Asia. Here Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs, and even Muslims find threads of their history. Standing here, I feel like time itself has slowed down. This place has seen kingdom rise and fall, faiths flourish, and generations come and go. And yet it remains a reminder that the past is never truly gone. It's right here. So if we care to listen. Hope you like today's vlog. Next week we will visit some more important places of historical and recreational importance, and we'll try to share information with you. Till then, take care of yourself and your family. Bye-bye.